Alright, welcome back to another episode of Stitch Method. I'm making this particular video because I do teach a lot, and I hear something a lot from all my students, which I was there, which really demotivates you and puts you in the wrong mindset of how to play this instrument. There's this saying that a guitar student will hear from someone that they say, well, how do you do this? How do you play? Right? And this person says this thing, and they might not mean it to be demotivating, but the way that we take it as guitar students and the way that it is said really creates a lot of like self-doubt, which is you're playing with someone, they do a great job, and you say, man, like you're really good, like, are you doing like chord tones, are you doing the scale? And they go, no man, I just play by ear. That saying, I just play by ear, is the worst thing you can say to a guitar student, because the room for misinterpretation on this statement is immense. I play by ear, 4 words that can mean a whole world to a guitar player who's trying to understand how it's done. So, when you hear that, when somebody says, I play by ear, you gotta say to yourself, number one, what that guy is saying is he does not have perfect pitch. Now, I've met 3 people in my life who have perfect pitch, just 3 out of the thousands. So, they would say to you, well, I have perfect pitch, and I can kind of hear what I need to do. So they didn't say that, all right? They don't have perfect pitch. They said I play by ear. What they really mean by this is that what they should have said is, well, I play this particular scale shape a lot, whatever it is, blank scale shape a lot. I know it pretty well. I've learned some licks on it, and when I'm playing, I kind of listen to myself in real time. I'm assessing with this like high-speed processing power to whether or not I like the note I'm on, and I'll kind of emphasize it, and whether I want to move direction, and as I move, when I hit a note that I like, I kind of emphasize it. That's what they're saying. I'll say it again into smaller pieces so we really understand. When somebody says, I play by ear, it means they have a familiar pattern that they use. It could be different patterns per song, but they set themselves in a familiar pattern. They might know their pentatonics, they might know chord shapes, they might know them both, but what they're doing is they're playing with the band or a backing track or with you in real time, and they've played these scale shapes or chord tones with so many times, they have so much confidence behind it. They know that it's going to sound good, so they have the freedom to experiment in the path, kind of like, I don't know, you're a test driver for a car maker, and you're on the track, and you can do zigzags, go back, you can do whatever you want to test the car out. They sit on that shape that they know, and they play it up, and they play it down, and they listen to themselves in real time, and when they like something they do, they either hold it, or they repeat it, or they keep moving, and they get to assess their performance in real time by listening to themselves go through the paths that they know very well. Why am I saying this? Well, because I've had many students who get demotivated by this. And when you look up to someone and they say I play by ear, we think that the person is hearing things in their head and they know exactly where to land on the fretboard, and that just doesn't happen. If that happened, they would be playing Madison Square Garden every night, making $100,000 a night. And some of those professional players, after years of developing their skills, can start to really know where they want to go. But for someone who you're just jamming with and learning, and they say I play by ear, they are really, like I said, they know their path, they're listening to themselves in real time, they're assessing their performance in real time, and they're staying close to the shapes they know. All right, so I just want to let you know, don't ever say I play by ear to someone. Don't ever say that. Say what I said. Well, if somebody says, man, you're really good, what do you do? Well, I've practiced, I have a lot of familiar paths to go on, and because the paths are so familiar, I can really listen to myself in real time, and as I play something I like, I can stick with it, or I can create something off of it in that same path, but I really don't play by ear. I don't hear something and I play it, because that just doesn't happen. Now, I can't wait for the comments of people to be like, no, I play by ear. No, you don't. And if you do, okay, hold on, time out. If you do, you have perfect pitch. So you have to say, I have perfect pitch, because that makes sense. Anyway, so what do you do? What do you do as a guitar player when someone says that? Well, you really listen to what they're saying. They've developed their paths pretty well. So stick to a path. Know your Form 1 pentatonic. Know your Form 1 pentatonic really well. don't go beyond it. Develop a path or a road that you really, really know. Listen to yourself in real time. I have that Lipla video that I made where you could like learn how to assess what you're doing in real time. And don't be worried about hunting something down in the future. Pay attention to where you are now and listen to what you're doing. If you don't like what you're doing, do something different. If you like what you're doing, repeat it or kind of change it a little bit and build the confidence you have in real-time listening. That's how you play by ear. Okay, I'm out of here. I just want to make sure you guys knew that. Don't be defeated by people who say play by ear. It's a lie. And you're better than that, and you can conquer this instrument. All right, get out of here. Bye.